Hey guys, it's me, Powerpin. Welcome to another Persona boss fight explained. This time, it's the Queen of Hearts. Now, this game does take place exactly where I recorded it in the chronology for Persona 3. And ultimately, this game on risky difficulty is probably the most unfair crap I've ever played. Relatively speaking, anyway. I'm not very big in these kinds of dungeon crawlers as much as I enjoy them, but whatever. Now, I beat this boss on my first try. I didn't have any guides open or anything. I just kind of raw-dogged all of it. And you can't set AI party in this game either. So, this is me selecting everybody's skills. Oh no. It's so different from Persona 3. So, I guess Safeguard that protects the chosen ray from attacks. All of these card holders are weak to magic. Almost all of it, I believe. Actually, no, I lied. I did have a guide of them, as this was there. Rocky Kaja. So, the card soldiers aren't an issue. None of the card soldiers' types are very dangerous. But this is still the first phase of the fight. You have to beat the card soldiers down like 3 times, and then you have to beat them down 2 or 3 more times with the Persona 4 party members. That's my main stipulation as well for this game, is that I'm going to be using the Persona 3 party members unless I can absolutely help it. So, there is a lot of me menuing and thinking about what to do, but everybody has a relatively shallow skill pool in this game, so it's not that bad. And since you can only have one sub-persona per person, it's not really something you have to take into consideration. No, because this game is not a Persona game per se, it was a Persona game developed in part by the Persona team, but mostly it was by the people who made Atlus's dungeon crawler series, Entry and Odyssey. But that's the first round done. Now it's the Persona 4 team joining in.
Alright, leave this to us.
I don't know any of their skills, and none of them come with pre-equipped sub-personas. Again, this part of the fight isn't really important. This is all, like, so you can learn all of the weaknesses of the card soldiers before you get into the main fight with the Queen of Hearts herself. And all of these card soldiers, as I mentioned before, are weak to magic. Mostly gonna let the game talk for itself here. My menuing might look a little fast, and that's because it kind of is. At this point in the game, I was already pretty comfortable with the controls and the menus and stuff, but there are a few times where I sit in menus, especially in later fights, trying to consider what move would be optimal, because on risky difficulty, enemies deal just as much damage as you with effective and ineffective skills. Which is unique for a lot of Persona games. Now it's the main fight. I get back in with my main party, and Fuka.
What loathsome peasants! I will not hand over my treasure! I refuse!
Those people from
Now we
Labyrinth
really
are
start
taking
explaining.
care of the card soldiers.
Great! Now we won't be interrupted!
So, canonically, while the Persona 4 team is dealing with the card soldiers, we are going to deal with the Queen of Hearts herself. So first off is probing weaknesses, and of course, trying poison, as you saw. Healing Breeze, that grants every person in the party regeneration. Safeguard, use that to guard the front row. I use Zeo, check to see if the boss is weak to electric. Makajam misses, unfortunately. Poisma misses, super unfortunate. Fusion Blast, it's a fire and bash attack, 36 damage, not weak to either one. Mow down. Okay, so Safeguard only does one this, but that's fine. Still better than I'd be guarded over anything else. So, not weak to Zeo, I tried Garento, which is admittedly just a physical fire attack, but you can crit with this. Poisma missed, but I'm going to heal everybody. And then with Aegis, lower the boss's attack. Garento, there we go. I did crit, that's what that banner with the character's eyes is. Death counter, that's preparing Akihiko, so anytime he receives a physical attack, he's going to counterattack. Fusion Blast, which we already did before, doesn't crit again. Tarunda, lower the boss's attack. That'll make things safer for us, and it'll make... Oh, Death counter affects everybody in the front line, if they receive an attack. So, Garento again, Fusion Blast. I already have Death counter, so I sat here for a little bit, thinking of what to do. So I use his Ice skill. I heal one of the party members, I believe, with Yukari. And then single shot, try to get a crit with Aegis. 39 damage. Frost Edge does crit. 57. Dia. Heal Junpei. Fusion Blast. Now the reason why I healed Junpei is because if this boss gets a really good attack, it's basically like 2 shots for everybody. Death counter does activate. It does not activate for everybody in the row who is attacked, it's just per attack. But that means multi-hit attacks do trigger it for multiple party members. I essentially use the same thing again. I do use something else with Yukari. I try to get poison off. And then single shot again with Aegis. It's mostly going to be me using the same skills over and over again, unless I absolutely need to heal. Frost Edge, no crit. Poison. Still don't get poison off, but that's fine. Fusion Blast, 34 damage, still no crit. Single shot, still no crit. So it's another round of nothing. Does whiff though. Healing Breeze wears off because I wasn't paying attention.
It's all so very vulgar of you! Unforgivable!
Boss fight continues.
Yet she has plenty of energy in reserve.
I do need to get Healing Breeze back on, so I do that before I use Garento. That's why I stopped and considered it, because I didn't remember whether or not I had, even though I just started the round. So I Secunda the boss, make her so she hits less often and dodges less often. For Akihiko, I Tarunda, lower the boss's defense, I believe. No, that's attack. Since I already have somebody doing Tarunda, it's not a big deal, so it's a single shot. So this boss does also have a pattern for skills that it uses in a certain order, but only after it's in phase 2, I believe. Secunda. Now, may I just say as well, the 3D renders for the Personas from Persona 4 really are obnoxious looking. I don't like how most of them look. Now the Queen of Hearts will start summoning card soldiers. Death counter is worn off as well.
Enemy reinforcements! She's called for more soldiers!
So I Mazio, that's going to guarantee that I get a charge. It's very strange trying to consistently get all out attacks in this game. So I was considering what to do with Yukari. I just go for a normal attack. For Aegis. She actually crits with single shot. Now that card soldier has used Safeguard. That means he's going to protect the Queen of Hearts from damage, but it also means that attacks that hit everybody will hit him multiple times. That card also uses Safeguard, so he defends the Queen of Hearts from Yukari's attack. Card soldier is weak to fire, so he eats the empowered Junpei attack. Queen of Hearts does pretty good damage. Now we do get an all-out attack. $116, pretty good damage for this game at this point. Small regen though.
We must settle this before more reinforcements arrive.
Durento, Fusion Blast. Now I did stop and consider here. I do believe I still did Frost Edge. Normal attack with Yukari, and single shot again. Because we're charged, we get turn priority in this game. None of us crit. Akihiko gets death counter. Not it. Yukari just doesn't keep damage. Mow down the front row. But 50 damage from Akihiko because I did just prepare that. Now the Queen of Hearts, I believe, is going to again summon her card soldiers back now. I should have re-upped our regen here with my turn. Unfortunate, but whatever. Frost Edge. I don't have enough magic for media, so... I did spend a long time considering what to do with Aegis. Now that was me checking what the boss's weaknesses were. That's on the second screen, which is on the right there. Durento, Frost Edge crits. Finally. 60 damage, gets a boost for Akihiko. That bash doesn't do much. That bash doesn't do much. Single shot doesn't do much. Akihiko is going first this turn after she summons her card soldiers. Card soldiers in place, that means I can use Mazio again and get a lot of damage and a boost.
Who do you think you are? The Queen! My rage is absolute!
The fight continues. I believe that is the dialogue for half health. Believe it or not, the other boss fights are faster for this. It's just that this one is so plot heavy and has a lot of cutaway dialogue that it takes this long. We are more than halfway through though. So, single shot, I guess. I did get Healing Breeze reactivated. Rod Shot. Akihiko damages all 4 frontliners. He safeguards Queen. Mazio. Didn't matter. All of them are dead.
Don't push yourself.
Heal Stone. So the Heal Stone is a reusable healing item that you can get in the first dungeon. I did go out of my way to get every chest that I could. Use Rakukaja to increase my defense. Akihiko death counters from that normal attack. Tarunda wore off. Now the boss is going to do more physical damage unless I do something about it.
The Queen's in your sights.
My turn comes around. Durento, try to get the crit. Junpei, I believe I do just use Fusion Blast. Akihiko or Tarunda again, just to make sure we're fine. Use the Heal Stone with Yukari again. You can use that once per turn because it is non-consumable. So Durento, no crit. Single shot from Aegis does crit, so she's going to stay boosted. Akihiko's Tarunda comes off. Heal Stone comes out. Now Akihiko's fine. Fusion Blast, no crit. Even misses. Mow down. So Akihiko gets a free turn. Death counter is now worn off again. Everybody's doing okay, but I believe I still use Yukari for a heal stone on Junpei. Akihiko, I reactivate Death counter. Yes. And then I use one of my medicines on Akihiko. As opposed to getting a crit with Aegis. I don't know what it is about this game, but it feels like if you use the same attack repeatedly, you are more likely to get crits. I don't know. I don't want to look at stat blocks or anything. But as long as the move is crit, it's like you will crit again. Aegis gets a pursuit attack, which is just a piercing shot.
It was not sufficient.
So, I'm first to use a free Mazio. I guess I didn't explain. Boosts make it so that all of your skills cost nothing, as long as you're boosted. So as long as you can keep rattling off attacks that enemies are weak to, you can keep reusing skills. So again, Mazio, free this time. All of the enemies are weak to it, except for the Queen. Fusion Blast, the cards are weak to it. Whack. So we maintain our charge. Akihiko uses Broad Shot just to get rid of the card holders. Now the Queen isn't safeguarded. Rakunda lower the Queen's defense. And then single shot crits. So now we have 3 boosted party members. And I'm still confused as to how you get all out attacks. Death counter hits. Yukari just gets her special ability, her Theurgy, basically. 76 damage. Now she's on critical health. Back at it. Queen's very low on health. I believe that's under 1/5 in this game. Fusion Blast, Junpei. I am just going for the same crap over and over. Check the boss's weaknesses and how long the debuffs are in effect. I just go for a physical attack to try to crit. Same with Yukari. Uchikamashi is a bash attack. Then because I have Aegis boosted, single shot.
Let's do this, Hermes.
See, Fusion Blast crits, again, keeps him boosted. Single shot does not boost. I toss the heal stone. Frost Edge doesn't crit. Uchikamashi doesn't crit. But we are dealing good damage. Modown comes out. Misses Akihiko. Very fortunate. Turn the war off though. So I'm gonna have to do that again. I use Renewal Ray. That's effectively Meteora, I believe. Check the bosses. Debuffs again. Check our buffs. I still have Death Counter, but only for 1 round. So I surrender the boss. Uchikamashi. And then I activate Orgia mode. Okay, Kurento doesn't crit to ruin their hits. Uchikamashi doesn't crit still. Fusion Blast crits. Junpei is a crit fiend in this game. And there's Orgia mode's activation, which does take a whole turn and it doesn't deal damage in this game. Heart soldiers are summoned, not a big deal. Death counter is worn off though. So Mazio, Fusion Blast, reactivate Death counter, Uchikamashi, And then single shot with Aegis while she has a buff to her attack and I believe her accuracy and crit chance. Safeguard comes out. I'm Mazio. Red card takers. That's almost dead. Next death counter. That card's done. Buchi Kabushi finally crits. Scarecrow. That gives agility bind to Junpei, which essentially locks his agility to I think like 1 or 2. Death counter hits, pursuit attack, and I think that's it. Okay, not quite.
That is a durable opponent.
We are very close. The boss will be good this turn.
Alright, I'll give her a taste of
But
my
Guarento,
fist.
Fusion Blast, I think. It's a lot of the same things over and over again. That's how all of these bosses go, for what I've done. Frost Edge. Now she has everything for free, so I use Media. Finally. And then single shot while the gear mode is still active. I didn't need to use Media though. The boss doesn't get another turn. Frost Edge. Flat. Single shot. 84 damage. And that's it. Took a long time. The other bosses aren't nearly this bad.
Exiting battle mode.